slabs. However, I propose to reduce the duty on moped tires from rupees 30 at present to rupees 25 per tire. The proposal involves a revenue gain of rupees 40 crores. Special excise duty is being levied at present at the rate of 10% of basic excise duty. Certain essential items such as tea, coffee, sugar, matches, kerosene and vanaspati are fully exempted. In addition, high-speed diesel and two-wheelers attract special excise duty at 5%. I now propose to raise the special excise duty on products which are presently attracting a 10% rate of duty to 15%. However, this increase will not be applicable to petroleum products. I also propose to exempt from this increase certain consumers' durables like motor cars and consumer electronics such as television sets, as these industries are currently passing through a difficult phase. This proposal involves a revenue gain of rupees 1025 crores. I may say the exemption for the motor car sector is at the request of the Chief Minister of West Bengal. The changes in trade policy introduced last year. The changes in trade policy introduced last year have eliminated the differential incentive for export at higher stages of manufacture. While a uniform pattern of incentive is generally to be preferred, there is a case for introducing some disincentive for export of certain primary products where the same product can be easily exported in value-added form. I therefore propose to impose an export duty of 10% on exports of certain types of finished leather and on unpolished granite in order to encourage exporters to shift to leather products and polished granites. I am also imposing an export duty of 5% on iron ore. The proposals are expected to yield an additional revenue of rupees 142 crores. Sir, I have also proposed certain amendments in the finance bill seeking to effect changes in the excise and customs tariff. These amendments are generally enabling provisions and have no revenue implications. Besides, there are proposals for amendment of some of the existing notifications. In order to save the time of the House, I do not propose to recount them. The proposals with regard to changes in excise duties outlined above are likely to yield additional revenue of rupees 2,515.70 crore. The concessions and relief announced aggregate to rupees 304.80 crores. Out of the net additional shareable revenue from excise duties of rupees 2,210.9 crores, the centre's share would be rupees 1,146.53 crores and the state's share rupees 1,064.37 crores. So the net impact of my proposals on customs and excise duties taken together amounts to an additional mobilization of only rupees 187.55 crores on indirect taxes. Since the loss in customs duties falls entirely on the centre, where the gain in excise revenue is shared with the states, the impact on the centre's revenue is a loss of rupees 876.82 crores, while the states will gain as much as rupees 1,064.37 crores. Copies of notification giving effect to the changes in customs and excise duties effective from 1st March 92 will be laid on the table of the House in due course. Taking direct and indirect taxes together, the changes I have proposed are expected to result in a net revenue loss of rupees 517 crores to the centre, while the states will gain rupees 1,500 crores. Consequently, the estimated year-end budget deficit of the centre for 92-93 will be rupees 5,389 crores, and the fiscal deficit for that year will be 34,408 crores. Sir, our nation will remain eternally grateful to Jawaharlal Nehru for his vision and insistence that the social and economic transformation of India had to take place in the framework of an open society committed to parliamentary democracy and the rule of law. India's development is of tremendous significance for the future of the entire developing world. To realize our development potential, we have to unshackle the human spirit of creativity, idealism, adventure and enterprise that our people possess in abundant measure. We have to harness all our latent resources for a second industrial revolution and a second agricultural revolution. Our economy, polity and society have to be made extraordinarily resilient and alert if we are to take full advantage of the opportunities and to minimize the risks associated with the increasing globalization of economic processes, we have to accept the need for restructuring and reform if we are to avoid an increasing marginalization of India in the evolving world economy. The economic policy changes brought about by our government under the inspiring leadership of Prime Minister Narsimha Rao in the last 8 months are inspired by this vision. Sir, our party is an inheritor of great traditions of national service. True to this heritage, we commit ourselves to providing a firm and purposeful sense of direction to the reform process so that this ancient land of India regains its glory and rightful place in the comity of nations. This budget represents a contribution to the successful implementation of this great national enterprise of building an India free from the fear of war, want and exploitation, an India worthy of the dreams of the founding fathers of our republic. We shall pay any price, bear any burden, make any sacrifice to realize those dreams. India is on the move again. We shall make the future happen. Sir, I have come to the end of my day. Tonight, I feel like going to the theatre. Let the assassins be informed. I am prepared to meet their onslaughts. As the poet said, "Sarfaroshi ki tamanna ab hamare dil mein hai, देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है."